A KwaZulu-Natal chief has been accused of illegally selling plots of privately owned farming land in Inanda. Over the past year, buyers have been building homes in the sugarcane fields, and farmers and workers claim they're being threatened and intimidated. eNCA's KwaZulu-Natal reporter Dasen Thathiah investigates.
Inanda's tea estate is a farming community with an irresistible rural charm. But among the sugarcane fields, this man is not attending to crops. We found him preparing this plot for a new home. Over the hill, farmer Nkanyiso is checking in on his plantation, unaware of the building nearby.
My great-grandfather was a farmer, and from the offspring, they had 13 children. All of them were farmers as well. And my dad, I actually took over from my dad's farm and expanded from there by actually purchasing more land. Early 2016, one of my fields, one of my farms actually was, we noticed a payload on the field and demolishing the cane. That's when I realized that, it was a land invasion thing, going on. And we contacted the police, and when we got there, the people told us that they bought the land from our local chief.
This despite Nkanyiso and other farmers holding the title deeds for the land. It's zoned for agricultural use and falls under the eThekwini municipality, bordered by tribal land. Receipts show some plots have been sold for as little as 450 rand by Nkanyiso. But one couple, who's already started building their home on Nkanyiso's property, say they paid with a bag of money. They refused to speak on camera and directed us to Ngobo.
We realized in 2015 when we had a massive roadblock in our area where we were prevented from entering our farms, and also other residents as well couldn't enter the homes. And that's when we realized that, that we farmers were targeted.
Igama lami ngilibalele isibongo ngokwazi suka Eastern Cape eFlagstaff ngina 22 years ngisebenza lana ifamily yami ise Eastern Cape nengane zami ise Eastern Cape yonke imali engisebenza ngiyithumela le ekhaya manje kuthola amampondo akahambe lana ngoba mina ngiyena umZulu ngiyimpondo kumele ngithathe imithwalo ngigoduke manje ingane zami zodlana ingane zami ziyafunda esikoleni. Uyaphela umsebenzi makunze zonke lamaplaza ayadayiswa lamaplaza ayathatha ngenkana akuncengwa umuntu la siyasebenza la bafika bathi bazosidubula.
In September, Pastor Philemon Biela also found himself on the wrong side of the chief and his induna. He had been leasing this privately owned building, which was once a church. Biela is trying to restore it to its former glory.
I started renovating the church. Now the church, when it was up to finish, then the nduna Muntu Shangase came. He told me the church is belong to someone else. He sold the church to someone else because the church, the land, is a chief's land. He came in on the property. Then the boy was driving that day. He pulled a gun for me. He wanted to shoot me because he was supporting him to say the land is belong to Muntu Shangase. Then I denied them.
Biela was granted an interdict against Shangase, but there was allegedly another run-in with the induna.
He told me I must take out all my things from the church because they sold the land to someone else. Then after they did that, the sliding door and the doors and the things, what was inside the church, they were stolen. I'm very, very scared. Because Muntu Shangase, he's been saying he's going to shoot me. He's going to shoot me down. He's going to kill me.
We tried to contact Shangase at the traditional council office and by phone. The story about the land dispute between the farmers and the other people who had...
Yeah, please, my friend, I'm not the chief. The chief is not, he got the land. I'm in Duna for chief. If you want to talk to chief, not me. Me, I'm in Duna.
Okay, sir, but...
Yeah, I'm in Duna.
Okay, but I understand that some people...
Okay.
Sorry, sir, I'm saying that some people were saying that you were selling the land. Hello? Ngobo initially agreed to speak to us the next day.
No, I'm busy driving.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to call you back?
Not today. If possible, call me tomorrow. Not today.
Okay, what time, sir?
I'm not certain, but anytime you can call me from 8 o'clock or not.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for your time. But after many calls, text messages, and a visit to his office, we never heard back from him. The local Farmers Association says it's tried to resolve the situation through dialogue for about a year.
These are our neighbors, and we've had a generational history with them. And we didn't want to break relationships in terms of, because of a simple issue like this with our neighbors. And we've known the chief and his dad for a very, very long time. And we were, to us, the first and foremost to us was for us to resolve this in a very amicable way.
Govender says tea estate farmers have always been open to land claims, but not land invasions.
These are legitimate title deed holders of rateable property, of which they are all paying the rates. So if there is a legitimate land claim and these farmers have done something wrong, then the Honourable Court must bring that to our notice, because at this point in time, we've had nobody come to us and say that there is a land claim on this part of the farming area.
Now, in an attempt to stop the sale of their land, farmers have filed court papers. They want an interdict granted against the chief to stop sugarcane being destroyed and new homes being erected. Until now, there have been several unsuccessful attempts to get help from government departments and the police.
I don't know the full history of the conflict in that area. However, when it was brought recently to our attention, we have intervened. We also looked at the allegations that they made that the local police refused to open cases, and we're investigating, the cluster commander is investigating those allegations. We would request that if there's cases, people do come forward. The cluster commander and station commander are now informed and were instructed that they cannot refuse for cases to be opened if farmers require to open cases.
The eThekwini municipality told eNCA this is privately owned land, so it won't get involved. The court case may be the only way to resolve the land dispute, but it's still about a month away. With declining production, potential danger, and financial losses, farmers are considering shutting down their operations.
I'm the last generation farmer in the entire family, and it's I mean there'll be no legacy after this. It'll be all gone. I mean, so it's going to create an impact in the family as well. To see that I mean the farms from generation to generation is being affected.
And just like the other 1,000 workers here relying on agriculture to feed their children, Sipho Shangisa doesn't have many options.
ngoba phela sisebenza kula maplazi nesisapothe iy'ngane zethu. Iy'ngane zifunda ngemali esiyisebenzayo kula maplazi.
For all who've worked and made this land their lives, it will be an uphill battle to secure rights they believe to be theirs. Dasen, Thathiah, Inanda, Durban.